Hi guys, and welcome back. Today's video is a grocery haul, a meal prep, which is really more of a snack prep, and I'm going to show you two things I made for dinner this past week. If you guys are new to my channel, my name is Alissa and I post new videos on Tuesdays. And to get started with today's video, I'm going to show you guys everything I got from my grocery haul, and I got all of it from Aldi. So this is what I got at Aldi, and all of this was under $100. It was 91 something. So I got Brussels sprouts, spinach, lettuce, carrots. This is like all my vegetables. These baby peppers, baby cucumbers, mushrooms, tomatoes, onions, spaghetti squash, all my fruits, strawberries. I needed more olive oil. I got these for snacks, trail mix, and these pretzels. The everything kind are the best. These buns go with this chicken, the Chick-fil-A chicken. I'll make that today or later in this video. These are spinach wraps. I've never had them, but they looked good. And then these cheeses. I got frozen fish, and then I already showed you this frozen chicken. Eggs, I got 2 because I'm going to hard boil some for Easter. And then chicken, ground turkey, I use that for tacos. LaCroix, and that's all. So I probably get these exact same groceries every week and a half to 2 weeks. And if you don't do your grocery shopping at Aldi, I highly recommend you do, because it makes it so much cheaper to eat healthy. I should also mention that I buy these groceries for Jake and I, so it's only 2 people, so that's why I could make all these groceries last for 2 weeks, because I know like some people have to go to the grocery store every single week, but there's only 2 of us. Anyways, now I'm putting away all of my groceries before I get to my snack prep. So whenever I get a big container of chicken like this, I usually split it up before I freeze it, because it's way harder to split it up after you freeze it, which I've learned like over and over the hard way. Also, if you get the Costco chicken breasts, if you know what I'm talking about, you'll know what I'm talking about, but you need to cut them before you freeze them. Like, cut the bag up before you freeze it, otherwise it's like impossible to just get out one like section of the chicken breast. Getting all of our like pantry food to fit in here is a little bit like playing Tetris, but I usually just have to reorganize it a little bit and then it'll all fit, and I did end up getting all of this to fit. I just ended up having to put one thing in the closet. Now that that's done, I'm going to get all of my fruits and vegetables ready, and I soak them in this fruit and veggie like cleaner from Thieves, and you just use 1 capful of it, fill the rest with water, and then just let them sit in there for about a minute, and it just cleans them for you. Then after about a minute, I just put them in a strainer and rinse them off. And one thing to be careful of is even if you're just using water to clean your fruits and vegetables or whatever, the raspberries, if you like soak them in water or anything too long, they'll get mushy. So for the raspberries, I just kind of like dunk them in there basically and then take them right out. To store my berries in the fridge, I usually just do a little container with a paper towel just because they're still kind of wet. And then I usually just put the blackberries, raspberries, and blueberries all together, and then I'll do the strawberries separate. Also, I always cut off the leaves of the strawberries right away when I get them, because if the strawberries or really any food is already prepared for me, there's a way greater chance that I'll eat it and it won't get wasted. Now moving on to the vegetables, and I prepare these vegetables into these little meal prep containers as snacks, and this is just an easy way to make sure that you eat your vegetables. And I got the idea, it's kind of like a Lunchable but just only vegetables. So I do baby cucumbers, baby peppers, cherry tomatoes, carrots, and then sometimes cheese in them too. And I highly recommend getting the baby version of vegetables. I don't know why it makes me want to eat them more, but it does, and I don't know, maybe you guys will feel that way too. The carrots are the only thing that I don't buy the baby version of, and you definitely can. I just for some reason think when you buy the carrots whole like this, they taste so much better. So I first just peel them and then I cut them basically into carrot sticks. This is all the cheese that I had left, so I'm just gonna add cheese to one of them, and I've actually been trying to eat less dairy, so this is good that there's only enough cheese for one, and then Jake really likes the cheese, so he'll have that one. Also, I got these meal prep containers on Amazon. They're linked on my LIKEtoKNOW.it, and I do recommend them. However, we have dropped 2 of them, and when they hit the floor, they literally shatter. And as long as you're careful, that's not really an issue, but I will warn you of that. Now we'll get into my 2 dinner recipes, and I kind of told you guys about this one previously, and it's this red bag of chicken that they sell at Aldi, and it's these chicken patties, and they're just like Chick-fil-A. So all you have to do, you preheat your oven to 400 degrees, you cook them for 20 minutes, then you flip them and then do another 20 minutes, and then I'll show you how I make the Chick-fil-A sauce also. The other ingredients you'll need for this are buns, and I highly recommend these brioche buns. These ones are really good with it. And then pickle slices, probably doesn't matter what kind. I just have these Hy-Vee hamburger dill slices. So for your Chick-fil-A sauce, you'll need mayonnaise, barbecue sauce, mustard, and honey. And I just kind of eyeball it, but it's twice as much mayo as everything else. But if you wanted to actually measure it, do 2 tablespoons of mayo, 1 tablespoon mustard, 1 tablespoon barbecue sauce, and then 1 tablespoon honey. Then you just mix it all up and it's ready to go. So it's a little while later, and now the chicken is done, and then I'll build a little sandwich for you guys. And these brioche buns, I forgot to mention, these ones were the little slider buns, which I don't normally get, but that's what I just had for this time. So I did 2 of those, and then I cut a chicken in half. For this next recipe, I just kind of made it up based on the groceries I had in my fridge and things that I have eaten together before. So I started with these mushrooms, and I'm just cutting them up, and then I'm gonna roast them in my oven on 400 degrees for 20 minutes. Before they go in the oven, they're getting olive oil and salt and pepper. Now I'm prepping the rest of my ingredients, which is this lettuce and then tomatoes and a mozzarella ball and sourdough bread. Now that all my ingredients are ready, I'm laying out the sourdough bread on this baking sheet. And then I did add butter, but in hindsight, I'm thinking maybe that was unnecessary because I did think that the bread turned out more soggy than I wanted. I wanted it to turn out more crispy. So I don't know, maybe you guys can help me fix this recipe and tell me how I could have made the bread more crispy. Now my mushrooms were done, so I started to layer the ingredients on the bread. So I did lettuce, then a mozzarella slice, a tomato slice, and then a few mushrooms. To top this off, I put a balsamic vinaigrette, and I already know a balsamic glaze would have been better and also helped with the sogginess issue, but this was all I had, so I worked with it. And then I put it in the oven for 10 minutes on 350, and honestly, I would give this recipe a 9 out of 10. It was absolutely delicious. I just don't know how to make the bread less soggy, so let me know in the comments how you guys think I could fix that. Here's what it looked like when it was all done, and thank you guys so much for watching this video. Don't forget to subscribe and give this video a thumbs up. I'll see you next Tuesday.